Live with Frankie too. Oh, let's get this fish out. Anyway, might want to get that on the big screen.
Live?
It is live. I don't know. We can make sure we're live. Probably should turn it down, but. With the fish. Where's the fish? Let's check that shot with the fish. Marianne, up on the seashore, sipping sand. That's more better. More better. It's like all spice rack. All right, here's the fish. We should wait for a few people again. This is where we'll be cutting it. I probably need more light. But all right, we could do, let's start with the shrimp. Give it a few minutes till OM comes.
Get it out?
Oh, I will. I'll get it out. Just give me 1 second. So now we're definitely live.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the shot right there. So you can kind of see the fish. See a lot of the spice rack. Which shows me if I do future things. Imagine getting the spoons, the paper towel, and the spice rack out of there. Would be the better shot. Oh yeah. Is that Rob cute?
Hi, Rob.
No, please leave it where it is. Please.
Okay.
Please. Leave everything.
Okay, you want me to do shrimp or no?
Oh, I was thinking out loud. I'm so sorry. But you can start on the shrimp if you like. All right, so it's not a bad shot.
I need some Old Bay. Shrimp.
I want to see the shrimp too. Hey Rob, welcome Rob.
Here's the shrimp. See, it's the bigger one, 16 to 20.
I need to show it. Oh, I guess you are.
Yeah. They're really nice. These come out perfect.
What does it say? How are they processed?
How are they processed? Well, I don't know. Let's see.
What does the label say up front? I don't know where it says seafood.
Oh, you mean how they're, okay. Easy peel, shell on, tail on.
Okay, shell on, tail on, right? And then what's the count?
16 to 20, I already said that.
Oh, and what's the origin? Where are they from?
Oh, out of India, I think.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I said, oh, Indonesia. Indonesia.
That's the kind of information no one wants. Now, he's not going to have access to that because this from a store he has no access to. You can show him the frozen shrimp, though.
You can't get this at like Walmart, you think? Not this brand, but some, right? Yeah, here it is.
Not what you have in your hand. What you get at Walmart is the other one, which you know of.
These are going in Old Bay with beer. That's how they're best. I have to make some cocktail sauce. Just a little one.
So that pound maybe 16 to 20 of those?
I think it might be 20 this time. It's a lot.
20 means they're smaller. 16 means they're bigger.
I
They always give you like what they promise.
Okay.
Never exceed the promise.
No. Alright, so first I dump the Old Bay.
Don't show any family jewels. Where the heck is OM?
First I do that. And I don't make it too spicy because he doesn't like it that way.
Cooking with fire, cleaning the fish.
Budweiser.
That's nice. Salt. Salt.
See that?
Salt.
Because of the
Rob's here.
I know. Okay.
On the plane. No. Hey, can you pull the paper towels out of the shot?
I just did.
What you did was you took the paper towels and you put them right in the shot. But
sorry.
oh no! Oh,
There.
you should have trusted me.
I
See,
didn't
so
know
when
it
I
was
first tell you, and you go, I just moved
because
it.
I thought you meant when they were
Focus on the
here.
shrimp, please, if you don't mind, please. Focus on the shrimp, not the shot.
Then you boil it. Okay, I think I might put some water in here.
Focus on it.
Oh, I am. Let's put some
What's
water.
your whiskey if you want, but please focus on the shrimp. As soon as you're done, I'm going to get in there and do the fish. Do you want to show them the pot?
Sure.
I'll bring it back to the camera and
Here you
show
go.
them.
Can you see it? It'll look better shortly. Let's put the lid on so it'll boil faster. You have to be careful because if you leave it on too long and it boils, that shit'll make a mess.
Put it over there.
No, I'm talking to them so they know if they want to try that. You boil it over, it's a mess. Oh, hi, Dan. He's gonna cook. He's gonna do fish. Trust me.
Yeah, you're not out of there. The only other thing you can do is the cocktail sauce. Do you mind making that real quick?
Oh, yeah, I'll make it.
Remember, you can always add more horseradish, all right?
I know. Cocktail sauce is easy. So you see anything else?
Careful with the jewels.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
Yeah, the bunnies in. You gotta do the bunnies in.
I'm not used to a camera being there. So you just take some ketchup. Yeah, I'll do a little more ketchup. Because they're bigger. Sure. There we go. Alright. Then, horseradish. I like just the prepared, not the creamy. It's easier that way. And it tastes
Can you
better.
show them the label on the horseradish close up?
See? The binders is actually the best one. I think. That's the one I buy. Just mix it up. This isn't spicy at all. And there you go. Cocktail sauce. Not spicy. Okay. So they're done.
Alright, we're getting into the cleaning of the fish. The cleaning of the fish. Sonora, shake it all the time. Work, Sonora. Work it all the time. So I'm going to be cleaning these fish. These are yellowtail snapper. As you can see, let's get close in here. Oh yeah, we're about to do the same thing. We'll talk about the origin of these fish. I don't know. Let's see. They're out of Jacksonville. So there you go. It is a Florida fish, boys. So we're about to get this done. And then I don't know. Here's the knife. We're gonna someone's gonna want to fry it, but that's not this video. This video is cleaning it. So how can I get it? I mean, technically they're gonna. Oh, they'll see it now.
Oh, there you are. I just texted you, Mrs. Owen.
Oh yeah.
That's so funny. I just texted you. How you doing?
Oh, that's so good with that. Oh my god.
So much different in.
Yeah, there's the fish. So Mrs. Owens, you're about to clean these
I
fish.
just texted her right before, and then I looked down and she was here.
We did the shrimp first.
Yeah, they're on the stove.
I can't wait to eat some actually. Oh, I don't have a one roll. Probably roll one real quick. I mean, I think, oh, you got a roll up. Let's do that. These dudes, I guess they just posted their shit.
It said 2 hours. That's a long time to play.
But they started playing like, crazy music and all that on this thing. Yeah.
Did you go fishing today? I don't get to watch any at work.
Did they go fishing today?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Did they go fishing today?
No.
No.
Why?
It might be harvest time.
Is it too cold?
It was nice yesterday.
Killed me when you guys were wearing jackets the other day. That was crazy.
About to just clean these fish while you're talking to her.
I'm ready to
They're
die.
gonna have questions about the fish.
Yeah, I'm ready to die. It's so hot outside the other day, and you guys were in jackets. That was crazy.
Yeah, the weather's changing.
Maybe.
Okay. Oh yeah, we got the volume. Okay, I'll split this one. Alright, I can do that. I don't know how good this will be. I don't know what the audio is, but it'll be fun to watch me clean some fucking fish. Alright. As we pointed out, no one has done a fish cleaning video.
Where's Owen?
He's watching if this is on.
I just don't want
There's two.
I don't want him to miss it.
This video is hopefully going to stay up.
Oh, okay.
Wow, this really tastes good. So this is filled with really good butter right here.
Would you like to sit it over here when you're done?
Did you want some?
No, I just didn't know if you wanted to sit it over here.
Yeah, that's a good question, but I'm working in this area right here. But I'm good. I'm about to clean these fish now. It's been a long time since I cleaned fish. And it's so funny. It's like a guitar. It's like muscle memory,
steamed shrimp with Old Bay and Budweiser is. You can use any beer.
You can rewind and see it.
You can use any beer, but Budweiser's best.
Mrs. O.M., the shrimp, you got to rewind and watch. All right, I'm going to bring this up to a boil.
It'll boil. You just got to give it a second because
I'm with you.
It comes to a boil quickly.
Yeah, it's frozen. That's stuff.
Right.
All right. I'm sure everyone's anxious to watch me clean fish. I think we should have Trixie do one first.
You don't want me cleaning fish. That's the one part of the procedure I would have done it. I would learn.
Here's a frozen strip steak, Miss O.M. Frozen strip steak.
Oh, and I made the cocktail sauce that goes with it.
Yeah, she made cocktail sauce, which is warming. All right. So the spoon, this is her spoon. So give me a minute.
That's my shrimp spoon.
Yeah, that's your shrimp spoon.
Oh, hi, Joe.
All right, Joe. What's this other bowl over here for?
The shrimp.
Oh, for the shrimp?
Yes.
Well, your shrimp spoon is in your bowl.
Okay.
This is the fish zone. We're not mixing the two, so when you come back for that, you might want to go that way with it.
I will.
Not this way. They're going to want to see the finished product.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is what Frank is drinking right now. It's Coca-Cola. This stream is brought to you by the yellowtail snapper. The yellowtail snapper is a tropical snapper fish. I know Owen made a lot of snapper jokes. All right, let's get it out of the wrapper, everyone.
Oh, hey, Woody.
Woody's here. Yeah, if you don't mind saying hi to everyone, that'd be cool. All right, let me get a drink in me, and then I'm going to cut this fish. Cutting some fish.
Glad.
Now, obviously, I went fishing this morning. I just want to point that out. They came out of the ocean just back there. Nah. Fortunately, my local grocery store had some fish. All right, let's take a look at these fish. These are yellowtail snappers. I do want to point out you don't see any other streamers doing, when they say best Florida streamers, I don't see anyone else cleaning Florida fish. All right, here we go. Let's get these fish open, everybody.
What's up, Vlad?
Let me wash my hands. Hey, Vlad. Well, I guess that's it. I had what I had. I had like 4 or 5 pretzels. But they're good pretzels. And they had peanut butter. All right, so this ain't my first rodeo. I can do this real quick. I can make fast work of it, or we can debate for hours. All right, these are my towels. Now, back in the day, I would have had towels. Normally, this would have been on a cooler. And these would have been soaking on ice. So let's open them up, boys. I'm bringing this trash can over here. All right, now her shit. Well, I'll let you know the moment if it goes over. All right, here we go. We're opening the fish. Here it is, boys. Now, obviously, you want to be cautious of the fucking fins because this ain't no fucking bullshit. These have been gutted. Oh, that's a good shot. There you go. Oh, and they cut the tail off. Wow, I don't eat the tail anyway, but dang, I didn't know they cut the tail off. So there's your yellowtail snapper is what it's called, and they cut the yellow tail off. But we're okay with that. What I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to rinse these guys.
I bet you they cut that off so it didn't poke through the frickin' plastic.
Right, it pokes through, and they would have had a bigger size. They packaged these to sell, and I'm glad I got them. So I'm going to rinse this in cold water. Cold water, and you brush it from the head to the tail to avoid being stuck.
Glad. I was wondering why you had that the other day.
Look at that. Here's the gut area. Oh look, there's shit coming out of. Oh, look what came out of here. A little baby fish.
Are you kidding?
No.
Oh my god.
Look. Look at that. A little baby fish came out of its gut.
Oh my gosh.
They said it came in fresh, so yeah, look at that. Little baby fish came out of its gut. So here's the gut thing. I'm cleaning it out right now.
That's so crazy.
So like I said, you want to handle this from the mouth to the tail. I've never seen them with the tail cut off, but okay, guys. All right, this ain't perfect, but here it is. Probably looking a little better rinsed off. And the tail being cut off is kind of stupid, but I don't eat the tail. But for the people that do,
it wasn't pregnant.
For the people that fucking do, it was a bait fish. Yeah, yeah. All right, I'm washing this one now. Washing it.
Yeah, it ate bait fish. That's why that was a whole fish in
Yeah,
there.
fish eat fish.
Fish
eat fish. So I'm washing this from its head, rubbing it to its tail so I don't get stuck with the fins. I wish I was showing them this too, but oh well. Let's see what's in this company. Hello, Mr. Fish.
Oh, hi, Cherry.
These aren't
yeah, Vlad, but it was bait fish. That fish ate that fish. That's why it was in its gut.
Fish ate the fish. All right, now that these are rinsed. All right, now these are rinsed off. What I would tell you is you can rub from the head to the tail. So as you're cleaning it, but if you rub this way, you're gonna take it, man. You're gonna take the barb. All right, this is gonna go very quickly. Am I intimidated? Oh, here's the knife. Now, normally, old mechanic would sharpen this knife. But this knife hasn't been sharpened in a long time, but let's say we wash it, all right? So real quick, let's see what the label says. This label says, fresh whole snapper. It gives you the number, and it's out of Jacksonville, Florida. Wild caught is what it said.
Out of Jacksonville. Interesting.
Wild caught. Jacksonville. All right, guys. Am I intimidated? Nah. Here we go. Wait a minute. Let me take a little breaky poo, and then we'll get right into the fish.
Yeah, Vlad, that's how they swallow a fish whole. They don't chew them up.
Vlad's amazed by
the fish.
fish.
Like, didn't you say he pulled it out whole, though? Yes, because it's a bait fish. They don't chew the bait. They open their mouth, and the bait goes in.
Okay. I'm taking a smoke break. There you go. And then I'll cut these fish up.
Yeah.
And then I have to, someone's got to fry the fish. But that's a different show. Well, there you go. The fish are showing. There's the knife. One on the flame. I imagine Sad and JoJo watching this. Now, will Frank cut his guitar hand? I don't know. Mrs. Owens like, just cut the fish already. I just wanted to point out, no one's done a fish cleaning stream. If you see anyone doing fish cleaning, they might have gotten the idea from, I can't reach that, but you can. I'm dying to cut these fish. Now, back in the day, I cleaned a lot of fish, so I have enough faith in myself that I think I can do a good job with these. And that'll be good. I mean,
Don't forget the fish soap. This is what I've said.
the fish stone?
Fish soap.
Oh, I will be using the fish soap when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
All right, I'm washing this knife, you guys. Now, this knife, as if it could only talk, it has a chip in it. I don't remember what I did, but it has a ding in it. OM knew the brand. All right, so this is the knife. Clean so many fish. This is the bowl. What we're going to do is, instead of scaling it, just take the spoon and scale it. We're going to skin it. Let me smoke, and I'm going to go ahead and do this fish. Imagine having enough faith. Fucking. Did I toss the thing? I guess I did. It was about $15 for those two fish. $15 for two fish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, $15 for 2 whole fish. It smells like a seafood restaurant, and it's great. I actually love it. I can smell the Old Bay. It smells so good. That's actually what makes a good seafood restaurant. The Old Bay
Now,
smell.
for the people who think $15 is too much for two fish, back in the day when I lived on the dock, this fish was $4 a pound. Now that was back in the day, right? $4 a pound. Those are probably 1 pound each. What do you think? Well, it has it on the label, probably.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
How many? All right, so do they sell it by the weight? Okay, so it's $7.99 a pound, and this was a total of almost 2 pounds. So those are about 1 pound fish, right? Gutted without their freaking tail. So they're about 1 pound fish, right? Right, and more colorful too. So these would have been about $8 off the dock. Now think, we live inland, and supposedly they're fresh. All right, I'm ready to cut these fish, man. It's all been a debate. Trixie's cutting the fish. Now, which one did you go to cut?
I'm not cutting any fish.
You want? I'll cut the right. You cut the left.
Yeah.
I'm about to cut these fish. I should wait. Let's wait till the shrimps is done. What is it? Bring it up, Miss Owen said. Dang it. Drang it. You want to see the spice rack while we wait? This is cinnamon. She's like, yeah, I do. This is Lowry salt. This is cinnamon powder. Pepper grinder, paprika, garlic. This is that stuff I'm not into. Parsley. No, because then here's the everything bagel. Here's a brand new Lowry's. This one's from 72, but I don't want to throw it out. So I have this brand new one. Look. You keep checking that pot, it's not going to boil.
It's
All right, here we
boiling.
go.
I don't want it to boil over. It's horrible.
Yeah, don't let it boil over.
That's what I'm trying to avoid.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. See, you should have boiled over fast, and you have a mess on your hands. Big old mess.
You know, it's funny. OM's like, I thought Frank was going to do a fishing stream. Well, at least I do a fish cleaning stream. This is going to be big tomorrow. I'll have like at least 100 views. All right, here we go. You see what I mean? She's like, let me showcase my shit.
What?
Ah,
What am I doing?
this is it right here.
The fish look good though.
Yeah, so far so good on the fish.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Buena Vista Social Club. Glenn's here, girl.
Hi, Glenn. Sorry, I'm cooking shrimp.
Old Bay shrimp.
Yep.
If you rewind real quick, you'll see. But we're doing Old Bay shrimp. And those fish are about to get clean. Heck yeah, you guys are in charge. Alright, let's clean this fish. This should be easy spot.
This in the fridge.
It's yellowtail snapper. Yellowtail. They cut the tail off, Glenn, for packaging. I don't need them if you don't.
When did I cook these? All right, look. Let me fill it out there.
Oh no, wait. Just pay attention to the shrimp. Focus.
I do multitasking.
Not on the show, though. Not on the show. On the show, you do shrimp. Okay? Please, please, please.
Here you go.
I multitask.
I do. Daily.
I work.
It's actually my job.
I work.
It's one of the reasons I get hired to do what I do.
Can I tell you? Oh, it smells like beer and Old Bay. Can I tell you? I don't know. I'm not used to having a dog, but Lola's been a real challenge. Anyway, she has these, her eyes get dark from tears, and Trixie really did a great job in cleaning up Lola today. Just want to mention that. All right, I'm about to, the bunny dip with the peanut butter whiskey. We can show them that. Trixie hasn't drank in a long time, so to see her having a sip tonight, can I show them? This is the Old Smoky peanut butter.
Yes, Trisha, it's the same bottle from last year.
Yes, Trisha, same bottle. All right, let's get into cooking these. When are your shrimp done? How much time do we have on shrimp?
3 minutes-ish.
Did the cocktail sauce go in the fridge?
It did.
You said 3 minutes. All right, I'm about to get into these fish. I want to show Glenn the fish. This is a yellowtail snapper without its tail. Cut the tail off. So let me hold it by the tail. Yellowtail. Now this one actually has a better color here. I've already washed them off. We discussed that you can touch the fish from the head to the tail, but don't go this way. All right? So we'll do this one first. Let's get right into it. You ready, Glenn? Glenn's here.
I know.
So let's go ahead and roll. What else you got? Oh, right. I got a few minutes on that.
Yep.
All right, let's do that. I can't wait to have a shrimp. Isn't it funny how we did shrimp and fish in the same dang thing? Bang, bang, bang. All right, let me read more about the label. So we found out these are about a pound each. They are whole yellowtail snapper. Oh, the date was 7. So what's today's date?
4.
Okay, so we're good. We're talking fresh fish. I guess we will fry these up. Is that Terry? Oh, you're just in time. You might learn a few things, Terry. Yeah, nah. Oh, is it Terry? Yeah, it is Terry. Yeah, no. All right, give me a second. We're about to clean these fish. These are yellowtail snapper. This one is a little prettier. Kind of see the color on that. It looks like it's looking at you, and it actually they have very sharp teeth. That's why they call them snapper. Because they'll snap at you. Snap your finger. All right, here we go. I got to clean it, but now it's like playing peanuts, so I might as well just play anything. Oh, right, and then I got all the towels out. Here. Give me a second. See, right into that copyright. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. So give me a minute here. 1 second. 1 second. One moment, please. One moment, please. We can do that. But it'll be copyright, right? So, I mean, I just have to have something other than that. There you go. This is the one with the God thing, right? Yeah. Hey, everybody. There's Trixie.
Okay,
Looking into the camera.
well, I was reading the
I'm reading
words.
it. Go get
Actually.
the phone. Yeah. You want to get the phone for that?
I can't right now. I have to watch the shrimp.
Yes, we are focusing on the shrimp. Buena Vista Social Club.
I like that one. For sure. That's a good one. Can I take your notes? Okay. Well, that's
Buena Vista Social Club.
Winn-Dixie, Glenn. I got those special to clean. They're actually a very nice fish. They'll be tasty. Let me get
Put
it.
this within my reach, I suppose, which is next to you too. Okay, I'm ready to clean these fish. Now imagine you've been out fishing all day, you bought your boat, right? You got your honey baby loaded up for you and everything, and you finally get home with these fish. I imagine this is what OM would be doing. But normally we clean these outside, but for the purpose of the show, we are cleaning fish tonight right here. I think what I'm going to do in thought is just keep it real simple. So the first thing I'm going to do is just get this off the bone. Now understand there are bones in this fish. I did hear Mrs. Old Mechanic bringing up the bone thing. There will be bones in fish. It's part of the thing. But there are ways that I can clean this that would eliminate pretty much most of the bone. And when we cut this, are you need anything?
Did you want to show me?
Okay, so here's the shrimp, which is kind of done. We don't serve it in water, but that's what it looks like. So when we clean these for the tourist, everyone wants this fish. There's a couple of ways you could do it. I mean, I can scale this and you have to eat around the bones. But the way I'm going to be doing it tonight is the way we do it for tourists, and that cuts out pretty much all the bones so that they can eat it confidently. Now, are there pieces wasted? Yeah, there are pieces wasted, and that's what you're going to see tonight. So we're going to take these pieces and put them in Ziplocs and freeze it, and it'll go out the day of whatever, the trash day. All right? So a lot of people, what I'm going to do is on this fin right here is going to be my guide. We can go crazy. I mean, there's meat that comes all the way to here. You see that? And maybe I'll do that. I'll do the best I can. But what I'm going to do here, look, these fish are bleeding. So in a way, they are very fresh. Yeah, it's nice. But anyway, remember, I rinsed them too. I can go around this. I'm going to cut the fillet off, and then we'll deal with the fillet. The carcasses need to go into Ziplocs. Okay, are we ready, guys? Let's get right into it, drum roll, please. Now, this is muscle memory. You talk about playing guitar. How many fish has Frank messed up? Now, normally, you don't go for that head meat. But let's be honest. There's meat in the cheek, too. So there's meat here. Now, it's very small on this. On a large fish, there'd be a medallion there. But typically, you can take this head, right? I could just make a simple cut, right? Literally simple cut. Just cut the head off like this. Or, like I said, there's some meat up in here. But for the purposes of this show, we're going to keep it simple. Because you think OM is going to care about that?
They do, right, Terry? They're like nice and fresh.
And the other, they're fresh. And then the other thing is you don't want to cut yourself. So these fish aren't worth that. So let's go ahead and make the cut. You guys ready? All right, let me get this. I'm going to get this out of here. You're shocked that they're fresh?
I'm shocked that they look that good. Yes.
I'm shocked too because I was there to buy a frozen fish and the lady goes, no, these are fresh. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to keep it simple. Y'all ready? Oh, let me see. It's probably best I do it the right way. So let's do that. All right, you guys ready? I think the cut's about right here. Is my knife fresh or sharp? No. All right, so there we cut through the cavity just behind the head. Now you could come up in here, like I said. There's meat there. But for the purposes of this, I'm going to keep it simple because I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's been a long time since I cleaned any fish. So go ahead and make that cut, and you just want your knife to go right down, right? And then when you get past the gut, you got to trust yourself. Get in there and whoa, like a bam, top of the food chain, right? So now you got this thing like this. How big of a cut? Oh, I didn't do shit over here. All right, let's go. So at this, you're just following the bone line now. All right? Keep your fucking fingers out that way. I'm kind of opening it up. This would be the way old Smurfy would do it if he knew how to do it.
So Mrs. Owen said, sharpen your knife.
That's another show. All right. This is the Frank messes the fish up show. Now this is where I'm cutting towards my hand, which I don't recommend. It's going to stick up here at the neck, right? And you don't want to go too much. Remember, this is for recreation purposes. But you see, I got pretty good. Look at that. There are the ribs. So now I've cut most of the bones out, right? It's been a while since I did this. So. All right. So there's our first fillet, guys. And this is what's left of that. I mean, after not doing this for a while. Now, you could spoon this out.
Hi, Zed.
Yeah, you could spoon it out, but we're going to stick with this. We're keeping these real simple. So let's just keep going here.
How are you, Zed?
All right.
Zed is here.
Welcome, everybody. All right. If the line's not there, then make it yourself like that, right? So now I've come down outside, like pretty much it looks like it lines up with those fins right there. See that? Now this head right here, typically you can use this. You could use this head. I'm going to leave it. I'll snap it once I get this off, but you could use the head for fish head soup. All right. So this is difficult too, right off the bat. Can you pull one of those paper plates for me?
Sure. Hi, 615.
All right. Thank you so much. So I'm getting rid of this fillet because I need the room. It's not perfect, and we're not done with that, but we're getting 4 of those. Now this thing here, let me get my hands wet again. I should do better on the second one. Matter of fact, I'm going to go as fast as I can on the second one. So here we go. It's the same thing. You just, there's no light here, but you take this thing. Let me get going with that in here. Make sure you don't get cut. Get that going, man. Right down the line. And she's right. I need a sharp knife. All right. But technically, let me just do it like this. I have to, hold on. It's been a while. It's been a minute. There it is. Yeah, sharp knife would definitely work. But I'm doing it so where I don't cut myself. All right. Once you get down here towards the tail, you just stick through. Come right out. Like that. And then all I got to deal with is the rest of this. There you go. You're just basically using the vertebrae to, look at that. I still got it, boys. I still got it. With the old knife, too. That's funny. This knife lives again. So those are pin bones that I'm running through, actually, which we'll be dealing with in a minute. This is the area where it'll stick, and you can also cut yourself. Probably about the worst area right there. And then for this, now, what would Owen do? Now. All right, I'm hacking now, boys. Here. Because I don't feel like fucking with it. Now, because this is the rib cage. I'll be cutting this off later, actually. Yeah, maybe I should have sharpened this knife. You know, OM is just going to die when he sees this without a sharp knife. He's like, you know, I like Frank. All right, there's the second fillet. Took a little XG. Now here's what's left, guys. And let's be honest, we normally throw this into the intercoastal, and the shark or whatever is going to come eat this. But also, you can see there's the meat I was telling you about, right? And I'm going to be throwing this away. All right, here's the rib. This is also meat right here. If you look at it, there's all bones in this, but that's a nice piece of meat to be throwing away. All right, normally no one would throw this away. And then there's meat in here too. This is called the throat. Now these throats, when you go to the monger, he'll charge you for these.
Like the cheeks.
Yeah. This is the cheek, right? But this is so small that I'm not fighting for this. The cheeks also have meat right here. So there you go. All right. And the way I do it is to snap it. You got to snap it. Snap it. Snap it. Snap. All right. That way it fits in the bag. Like this head, you could actually sell at the monger. That's not going to work. You actually have to come over. This is fish. You have to come over. You don't want to get fish. So here's what's left. And like I said, fish soup, whatever. These pieces I love to keep because they're like the best part. That's fish belly, really. But it has big bones. The whole thing is bones. That's the rib cage. So this is how we did it for the tourists, and then this will get wasted, which is really a waste. Because that's good. If you make fish stock, that's perfect for fish stock. I'm gonna wash my hands and I'm gonna do this one as fast as I can. All right. Are there any questions while we have you here? Just hold it because there's another one coming. Now I can tell you, I wasn't going to mention the smell of this fish, but it actually smells very sweet and exactly as I would expect. I mean, this fish is wonderful, actually.
Glenn said sharpen the knife now.
Who said that?
Glenn.
Well, I have a sharper knife. I don't have to sharpen this one. I don't know if I have a knife sharpener, but I didn't want to tell OM that.
You have a sharper knife, you should use that.
It's okay. This fish is going to be cleaned in just 1 minute, everybody. And then we're going to, that's funny you mentioned that because I'm going to do a knife sharpening show next week.
Yeah, there you go. When do you remove the skin? Mrs. Owen wants to know.
That's a great question, and we're about to get into that. This is the way we do it for the tourists, and I'm about to show you. It's quite a wasteful way of doing it, but they didn't care. They don't want to eat bones. And if you don't want to eat bones, then this is how you do it. All right, let me get through this other one real quick, okay? Just give me a second, you guys. So we're going to repeat the process. Here we go. Oh, God, this knife is so dull. All right, here we go. Oh, God. All right, I'll just come right to the spine. Oh, ow, ow. All right. There we go. Now, this should be sharp enough where it just runs right down. It just runs right down.
Can I do a crab leg cooking show? Of course.
Hell yeah.
Next time I have crabs.
We're hoping this inspires everybody to do your own cooking
all in
shows.
Stuffed Frank cookbook? It might be, Rob.
It sure is, man. This is how I grew up.
It might be, Rob.
This is how I grew up. Now, the funny thing is, you push this and you see how that opens up, and then you just come on back. The thing is I'm cutting towards myself, which everyone knows we're not supposed to do that. You know, my mom told me I'd go to the penitentiary if I cut towards myself. Let's put it this way. If you cut enough fish and you bring that blade towards you, eventually you're going to cut yourself. Mm-hmm. So the ideal scenario is always with safety. Always with safety. She's like, she's never even seen me clean fish. She might have seen me clean one. I think I had a bluegill at her house one day. Mm-hmm. Here I am cutting towards myself again. Now this again is the area where you'll get cut trying to release here. So just be easy with it because it'll come clean eventually. Oh, all right. There you go. This is the rib cage again, which will eventually be cut out. Like Mrs. OM was asking, what was she? Oh, when did the skin come off?
Mrs. OM. Frank, I'm gonna have to write you up. Do you have gloves?
Yeah, she knows. This is danger zone. I'm fucking with it. All right, here we go, guys.
She means sanitary gloves.
So even in this case, if you don't want to work around the bones, you just cut right through them, right? So again, cutting towards yourself is totally dangerous, and every fiber in my being is saying don't do it. So normally these would be much easier, but I struggle, to make everyone else feel good. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's like begging to be cut. All right, here we go. Fuck it.
Jiminy Cricket. According to Surf, that's not the correct way.
Yeah, you're right, but I don't see Surf doing this. All right, here we go. I got the fillet. You guys ready? You have another plate?
Yeah.
I'm keeping the scales off of the fish because I already see some scales on that fish. All right, remember, I haven't cleaned fish in years, and this is for entertainment purposes. So if I'm fucking up, yeah. I haven't had any beer, though. All right, so just the thing is, on this, we just come down, and that's it. So now you have the head and the neck. Remember, it kind of lines up with these fins. All right. I feel as if I'm cutting towards myself again, but I should do it so they can see it. So the tip should really get you in there. And it should really just run down the back, But like they're right. This is a dull knife. Yeah. There, I'm cutting towards myself again. Okay, so they would normally just come back like this. The easy way, and that cuts through the rib cage. You heard that snap. All right. There's the other way to do it. All right. And there's that piece I told you where you get fucked. And that's normally how we do it, right? So it took me 3 to get back in the groove. But remember, oh, look at all that fucking meat I wasted. Don't show that. All right. Snap it. You got to snap it. So this is a lot of wasted fish. But okay, let's get right into the skinning part of it. Oh, if you don't mind coming around. Now, I'll freeze this. So technically,
She wants to know why you didn't scale it first.
Well, scaling is another technique. But since I'm inside tonight, I couldn't scale.
It's kind of messy.
But wait till you see the skinning process. All right, here we go. I'm throwing it away. It's not being thrown away. It's being frozen. Both of them could fit in the same bag, but we're good. All right, here we go. You can still put them in the same bag, but you're toasting bags. All right, so now, give me a second here, because now comes the skinning and deboning. Oh, there's more wasting, so there'll be more that goes in the bag.
Okay.
She's new to it, but we're good. I got bags. Oh, one was for it, and then you double bag the fish.
Oh, okay.
It was for double bagging. I think I even mentioned how it would be double bagged. All right, on this break, I think I'll have a shrimp. So right now, what is the smell? This is a sweet fish smell that has hints of oils and very, it's a very nice, actually, this fish is great. It's actually great.
Mm-hmm.
You got to watch out for a second now. I'm coming right your way. Right this way. The production will be over in just a minute. And when it is, you'll have free for all, I promise. All right, so I'm washing the board now. The reason I wash the board is to keep the scales. Mrs. OM or someone asked why I didn't scale it. The reason I don't scale it is because I'm inside and it would be very, very messy. Here's what it looks like. There's some fish blood. We went through the ribs. There's some scales. So the key is keeping the scales off we're talking this is fresh fish. And again, this isn't the most efficient way to eat this fish. The most efficient way to eat the fish would be to scale it and fry it whole. That's a whole nother show, though. Okay, Mrs. OM, everyone, you're just in time. So let's get to skinning this fish, all right? All right, this is how we skin the snapper. And again, this is how you do it to avoid any bones at all, really. And I'm sure this is starting to look like what it would look like at a store or whatever, okay? So here you go. I think this has to be flat for me. I'm not used to doing that on an angle. Here we go. So now at this point, all I'm doing is holding the skin, moving this knife back and forth a little bit, and getting my fillet. Now that's what I'm talking about. That looks really nice. I'm going to put the fillets in this bowl, even though that's not the final destination. I got to keep these scales off of here. And here's what the skin looks like. All right. You can tell I kind of butchered it a little, but again, this is for a show. And the skin, some people, they like fried skin, you know? I mean, that's another show, right? I'll do it another day. But this was interesting enough because, be careful because the fins are still here and you can still get hit with fins. What's nice is this knife bends, see? So I can come in here and go like this. The bees, you're just in time. All right, this little belly area, man, I'm going to cut that out. Now, this is, again, where a sharp knife would help.
Did Frank catch asking for a friend?
Yeah. Trixie and I caught these. Yeah, you're right. This knife, you'll get cut with a dull knife.
That's why Mrs. Owen said you need to sharpen your knife.
Well, that's another show. But here we go. I just got to work with what I got. We're doing what the other Florida streamers can't do. Yeah. All right. That's the way I like it right there. We're going to enjoy this fish. I didn't know if I would enjoy it, but from what I see, this is exceptional, actually. This is almost like you caught him yourself. Here we go. So you can see this technique works very well. And it works on a lot of the fish that we catch in the tropics. Okay, so you can see that's incredible. Now there's still pin bones that we're about to take care of here, and I've done it. Like I can feel a bone right here. So there's a bone right there. But I'll go through it like I was going to feed it to a baby. There won't be a single bone left. All right, here we go. I see these goddamn scales. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm wasting a little of it. And here's those bones I was telling you so you can see. I kind of jinked the fillet on this one.
I think fried.
Oh, yeah, we're going to fry this. Oh, do you guys want to see that too? I guess I could do that too. I'll show you how to prep it. So here's the skin again, last chance. All right, now that we're into this, let me just wash this board again. And normally you're outside and the flies would be everywhere. But since we're inside, I'm really doing the best I can here.
You want
Sure.
this gone?
One moment. Trixie's not used to this, so she's working around it. The double bag thing's funny though. You should put it all in one bag, toss the second one, and let's double bag this as intended, okay? But isn't that ironic? When given a choice, that's what happened. All right, here we go. So I'm back. All right, now what we're dealing with here is, again, those look. If back in the day, I might have done a better job. But if this is the case, what we're going to do is I clean this off. The next is we're going to get rid of these bones. Okay, there's another piece that's coming here. So with the ribs here, I didn't cut around them, so you just cut them out. Okay, there you go. There you go. All right, you got to be careful because these are ribs, but again, this is a nice piece of fish. Look at that. But it's just got ribs all through it. One moment. Okay, I got you. I'll be right with you. So now with this, you just cut it all out, right? All the bones. But there might be a little right here. So you just come in and go like this and like this. And now this is what's left. Now on a larger fish, there'd be more. Okay. Will you come get one of these white bowls? Oh, actually, I'm not going to do a cooking stream, I don't think, guys, but let's see how it goes. All right, let's do the same thing with this one, right? So even if the bones aren't there, this one I cut around the bone. So here's the fish, but look, here's a bone. So let's be safe with everyone here today, right? So we just cut that out. But again, that's a nice piece of fish, right? You got to be, this is going to go to someone, but it goes to the stock. Now with this, again, it's the same thing. You have a pin bone here. You can do it on this side, and you can see the bloodline even better. So I could do it on this side. If you feel right here, I feel bones, right there. So let's get in here and make it safe for the tourist, right? Come down on that bloodline. Come over here and just cut this whole thing out like that. And look, that's what you got, man. With no bones. We're cutting the bones out. A lot of people say that's wasted fish. You could be right. But this is how you can ensure your children can eat it. And nothing's a guarantee, let's be honest. I mean, technically, all I need to do is cut the bone out, but there's not a lot there. So technically, these are small fish. But yeah, literally cutting bones out right there. And what you do is come back. On that bloodline would be the only place there'd be some bones. And so you understand those little fish that the OM catches, they're even going to be smaller than this. I'm going to go ahead and egg batter this because I just sensed the fish drying. See, if there's enough there, you can leave it. You just got to get this out, and it's not all the way down, just most of the way. And you still might have a bone in that bloodline. So would that be, oh, now's a good time. Can I have that? So that's a lot of waste, but that's how you avoid bones. Oh, God.
Put it in here, please.
Leave it, please. Leave everything. Leave everything. Everything. Leave everything. Can I have a paper plate, please? Thank you. One moment, please. Go and sit down, all right? We're not on the same page and you're tearing through this stuff.
No, that's a whole bag.
I'm sorry.
To do.
This is a food product, not a waste product. I didn't say that the whole stream. I let you go on the first one, but I can't on the second. Remember, this is going to stay up, so whatever is said will be here, darling. But I got you. You look perplexed. That's why you should sit and drink. I told you, I let you go on the first one, but we're not going to let you go on the second one. So we like to see how they handle it. This is how I handle it. She's going to grab her shit and go smoke a cigarette, right?
Yes. Shrimp are peeled if you'd like one.
All right. So next up is the process of cooking this. Okay. So I wasn't even going to fucking do, but all right. Don't worry, it's just a cost of a few Ziplocs and the fact that the whole realization on air, you know what I mean? There's two ways to cut a hot dog bun in half, right? You can do it this way or you can do it this way. Sometimes when given the choice, people make odd choices. Okay. All right, so the first thing is, I don't see myself using more than one egg on this, but I might use two, so let's go ahead and use two. So here's what the product looked like. So all that fish waste is bagged and then double bagged, right? And then we put it in the freezer. Because here's the thing, that could be made into fish stock, all right? Someone can go in there and eat that fish. I wasted a lot of fish just getting to this. All right. Oh. But at least this is, like I said, this is how we did it for the tourists. They were always very impressed.
That sounds good to be. He's having fish too.
Nice. All right, so I've gone over these pretty well to make sure there's no bones. I could actually do something like this. There might be scales. But we can eat scales, right? So this basically makes fish fingers, right? Actually,
All right, to be as I won't.
okay. Now I believe we are done with this. Oh, and we're done with the knife. I hope you guys enjoyed the knife play. What have we learned? Frank should sharpen the knife. I'd be very careful around this knife if I were you. As many jokes has been made, I assume that is sharper than you think. All right, here we go. These are Italian breadcrumbs. So we mixed up the eggs. We got the Italian breadcrumbs. Right. Got the oil over here. Got the shrimp, the Trixie cooked. So there still could be some bone in this. Let's be honest. I did everything I could though, and that's the way you do it if you want to avoid bone. You don't mind wasting some good fish. The ideal way to do it would be whole. You scale the fish, cut up and fried. Whole and fried. All right, let's get this done. These are very delicate, so you want to kind of be gentle with this because you can fuck this fish up. This yellowtail snapper is a delicacy locally. Typically, this it has a regulation size. The last I checked of 12 inches, and that's probably what you saw there. They cut the tail off, but 12 inches on a yellowtail, the size of the open mouth of a bucket, I believe, is the scale we used to use. So you lay them on the open 5-gallon bucket, and they need to touch the sides. But these scales, these fish are coveted for their flavor and their taste. There's a unique way of catching them where I'm from called sandballing, where they use the bait is in the middle of this ball of sand, basically. And so, because there's other fish that will get to the bait before it gets down to these snappers, it's called sandballing. And the sand will wash away as it drops down. And by the time it gets down there, the bait will be exposed. So this is the way I do it. This is the snapper I crave. That I didn't realize that I could get fresh fish in town. I thought this was going to be frozen. I was there to get frozen fish, man.
I thought it was going to be stinky and nasty.
So here we go. I'm still feeling for bones as I do this. This fish has exceeded my expectations so far. Had a great, everything has been great. So when you make the fish like this for a tourist, they don't think about the waist, the cheeks, the throat. If you go to a real monger, you can buy those parts that we've now frozen. Okay, and this is what we've gotten out of these fish. But I honestly think Old Mechanic, once I fried this up, matter of fact, I'm about to fry it. So there you go, guys. So we're not gonna fuck this fish up after all this. We're gonna do it just the way I know how to do it. Oh. Does Miss OM have any questions? All right, I'm still feeling for bones here, boys. And I actually think I feel some right here.
You're right, Dabij. It's a good thing he has some stink fingerfish soap left.
Yeah. I just figured I'd do the stream for you guys. Can't make any promises. I can't even read chat. So, just is what it
They're
is.
talking amongst themselves.
That's nice.
And to me.
Oh, yeah, still feeling for bones. Typically, the only bones left are going to be on that bloodline, which we cut out. This meal, I got to figure a fresh snapper. Well, let's not get into cost. No one has snapper anymore. There you go. From whole fish to breaded fare. Everything looking much more familiar now.
I had snapper at that restaurant we met Glenn at. Remember?
That's nice.
It was expensive, was my point.
Well, you see how much waste to avoid bones. Normally, this fish is fried whole, scaled and fried whole. To avoid this, the waste. Because like I said, there's meat all over the place. What we put in the freezer is good stuff, believe it or not. Now, will I keep it? No, I'll probably keep it until the trash day, and then I'm going to take it out of the freezer. But if I were a family and I was eating this fish, I probably wouldn't have bought, I'd have to eat it whole. It'd be a different show. We can do that show another day. All right, here's our last piece.
Frank refused to wear a hairnet.
Yeah. Oh, who got me on the hairnet? Old mechanic? Yeah. Oh, they're maybe here. Yeah.
Frank, that's how we ate fish when I was young. We never cooked them with the bones in.
Yeah.
Mrs. Owen took the note. So what? He didn't wear gloves and he didn't wear a hairnet.
I'm getting called out. Yeah.
What the fuck? That's what they're saying.
Okay. Well, let's just toss it then. Fuck it.
Mrs. Owen's making notes about these safety
Let's toss this shit. Fuck it.
Aren't you, Mrs. Owen?
Fuck it. All right. All right. Let's go ahead. We're into the cooking process. Here's the egg. I wasted egg. I don't care. All right. Washing the hands, guys. I'm sure that's too loud. Okay. All right, next is let's fry it up. This is the part OM understands. Fry it up and eat it. Let's fry it up and eat it, boys. I think this deserves all that for this little plate of fish. Imagine you went out fishing all day, you prepped your boat, you prepped your line, you prepped everything, all that stuff. Now you got a plate of fish. Okay, I'm about to get a fucking beer going here. Let me get a beer. All right. Trixie did such a good job. Lola had little tear marks in her eyes and tear stuff, and Trixie took the time to put a warm compress on it and get all that off. I was going to say I'm not the best dog owner. I was tasked with this, and I really love Lola. Maybe I need some help. All right, here's my fish. Now this is where I start to shine, boys. Let's go ahead. I need something that'll hold. I want to cook this all at the same time. The best we can use. Oh, you know what? Let's use the Elder's pan. Look at that. Oh, Owen would want cast iron, wouldn't he? I think I'm going to just use this pan and get it all cooked at once. That's a lot of pieces. So I'm going to use this big pan right here. This is the shrimp she cooked. It needs to be refrigerated. Remember how she said that fuck guitar shit ain't so spicy? It's spicy as fuck.
Everyone's saying you gotta use cast iron.
Yeah. I knew they'd want me to use cast iron. That's a different show. This is not the cooking show. This is the frying fish show. Now that we did all the work, we're just going to fry this fish up real quick. A cast iron will take extra time and extra oil. So if you want to do it fast and you want to use less oil, I'm about to show you how to do it. I know he'll be upset, but OM, go live and tell us why you're upset. All right, here we go. Probably using the wrong oil too, so don't forget that. Those shrimp are pretty good, but they're room temperature. They should probably be cold. Oh. All right. Oh, I guess they just came off the oven, so I guess they're hot. All right, there's my fish. Right off the bat, you got to make a landing spot. Now, this isn't going to be a lot of fish. Let's make a little landing spot for this fish. Is it right there? Yeah, that's a good spot. I wish I had some lemon. So here's the shrimp with the cocktail sauce. That I'm eating, and we're about to fry this fish. So let's get this fish fried because that's it. Ready, guys? There we go. All right, that's on. Let's fry some fish, boys. I'm ready for a beer. Oh, stink finger fish soap, baby. Stink finger fish soap. Bring your stank to the sink, baby. Fish soap. I got to tell you, the fish that I just cut up, it really has a nice smell. I was really surprised at the quality of the fish. I had very low expectations. Now, we haven't eaten this yet, but I've dealt with a lot of fish, man. The smell is really key, and these were nice fish. I know you guys will laugh at the way I clean the fish, but I'll do better on the next one, I promise. I'll do better on the next stream. Oh, Frank's butt. Did you see Frank's butt? Let's try one of these Barks root beers. So I bought one of these root beers. Just as something different, you know. All right, so that oil is going. What you want to do is you don't want to get any water in that. Here's my chocolate OM. So I got Cadbury chocolates. I have Milky Way and I have Hershey's. But I haven't eaten chocolate since the night Glenn was here. I haven't had any chocolate since then. All right, here's these root beers. This is like 8 ounces, 7.5. I think they made these even smaller. Weren't these 8 ounces before? Here we go. Barks root beer. Does it have caffeine? I hope it does. Let's see. All right, this has got to be ready. Now I'll show you how to test the oil. There is caffeine in there. So, yeah, I remember one has it and one doesn't, and this one does. All right, let's get some fish frying, guys. This root beer is exceptional. I got to tell you, that is really good. All right, so I made my landing zone. And the way I was taught to test the oil is to throw a little piece in there. Look, a fish scale. So throw a little piece in there. Next time I'll scale the fish, but I got to do it outside. All right, that's ready. I can tell you. So here we go. Let's go ahead and drop a piece in. It's a little low, so I bring it up till it fries right, because I don't want to waste even a single piece of this. So the heat's a little low by looking at it. So I turn the heat up. That is my hot spot on that pan, so I know that. Let's get these pieces in. I turn the heat all the way up on this. Let's go ahead and get these pieces in. You want to throw it into a 350 oil. I mean, you want to throw it in and have it fry. You don't want it to boil or have it sit in that oil. So you can see it frying. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Let's go. Because these aren't thick pieces. These are just little pieces of delicate fish now. Am I going to be able to fit all this? Holy shit, I have a bigger pan. What the hell? I got to try to fit this food, guys. One second. Hey, it wants to do 2 rounds. So that's what we're going to do. You don't push it, or else it'll boil this fish. So we'll just do what we know was right. Technically, yeah, I don't like, I use wood. Here we go. Now this temps up now, so I can bring it down a little. Shake it and float it. Float it and shake it. Shake it and float it. All right. This has been a cool stream. I'm glad you guys came in and checked it out. If you would, please hit the like button. I hope to leave this stream up because I know it was so funny me cleaning fish, right? It has been a long time since I cleaned some fish, but I got to tell you, at least I had the confidence to do it. And you know, it's like riding a bike or playing guitar. That's muscle memory. The thing is, I see it different now because if I cut my hand, I don't know how that's going to affect my guitar, but I'll always be a fisherman at heart. You know, I will. I'm all. You know, you can't take it out. You can't take it away. And this is what I was after. I mean, let's face it. I was out there for fresh fish. I thought about it. I was talking to a friend, and I said, you know, he said I was crazy, man. I took a wave over the bow that filled my boat. But you have to understand, I was after the fish, and these fish right here, yellowtail, they're out at 100 feet. So yellowtail are typically 40 to 100 feet over a reef. So that's something else, man. But these are coveted fish. Everyone loves the yellowtail. There you go. That's a nice piece. So if you notice, this is the same way I do mushrooms and a lot of other things. But this fish is a real treat for me, man. This is how I grew up. This fish we wore with a badge of honor. It was everything to go get these yellowtails. And it was a great day, man, when you came home with yellowtail. Today we came home with yellowtail from the store. I'm really surprised with the quality of the fish. And you know, Trixie would have said something if anything was off. But I know fish well enough, man. All right, here we go. Again, these are really delicate. The way I coat this encapsulates it. So when you eat, the juice comes out. So I don't want to break the seal on the coating. I want to make sure these are fried perfectly so that when you eat it fresh, you see the juice comes out. It runs clear. I know it's done when the sound changes. So right now we're frying fish, but at some point the juice will run out. And when the juice runs out, you'll hear it. Now the smell I'm getting is is very nice, actually. I've fried a lot of fish here. I haven't had any fresh snapper in this house till tonight. I didn't even believe it when the girl told me it was fresh, but now that I've handled it, it's incredible. We actually found a fish in one of its stomach. We found a bait fish in its stomach. That's really cool, man. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this as much as I have. I didn't make any tartar sauce, but I'm going to have Trixie try the fish. And then I think we're going to kill it. We might go live later. But I promised OM. All right, I'm starting to hear basically what's happening. I'm starting to hear it. I have to imagine it's the first piece we put in. When you do this, you want to maintain thickness so that it cooks evenly. But as long as you're watching it, you can get away with a lot. All right, it's almost time to start pulling this out. So I'm listening for the water. It'll sound like water hits the oil. That's when I know it's done. Or you got to pull it, but normally the water will hit the oil. These things some juice will come out and they'll start to fry. Remember, these fish were about at room temperature. We egged them and battered them. Now they're in 350, so it just isn't going to take a lot to cook. And on this fish, you probably want to be under than over, even though I didn't catch these. When you catch them, you feel a little better, but this was some really nice fish. All right, here we go. I think this is the piece we put in first, yeah. See, it's puffed up. Look at that. This shit's about to make the noise. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you can see. It'll explode with juice. Look, these are puffy. Oh, there it is. There's the noise. You guys hear it? There it is. All right, let's get this fish out. So it's starting to extract its juice, and we want to get it out there before. We want to encapsulate that juice. And you're talking about fish bomb explosion. All right, here we go. We know our temperature's up, but I'm about to put in I wouldn't say cold fish, but all right, we got 2 more pieces. Let's throw this in, and then, oh shit, I put this on the raw plate. That's cool. All right, so let's put these pieces in. Then I got to throw this temp down a little bit because this is going to fry fast. And that's it for the plate. You guys are very close. Hopefully, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Because next is actually, we can have Trixie. Now, this is where you salt it. What we learned was you don't use the grinder with the salt. Well, all you do is just don't grind it. Just go like this. It puts a little salt on there without having to grind it. Okay? Because you're going to want to add a little salt to this. Now, look at this finished product. It's like glistening. It's so beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? If you had a little bit of vinegar, which I think I threw mine out because it was outdated, and a lemon, you're talking restaurant silliness. I would like you to have a piece. It's pretty hot. Are you ready to have a piece? Because I need your review of the fish. But I don't push it with this girl with reviews. So we can do the review later, or she can leave a comment. Oh, you're going to want to taste it, right? All right, I'm going to give you a piece. Are you ready now?
You just took it out. It's going to be too hot.
Well, it's best warm, I can tell you that.
Warm, I agree. If it's just warm, I'll take it easy.
No gloves, no hair thing. Who was that said that?
Mrs. Owen.
Mrs. Owen?
Well, you're the safety person.
Safety? What does that have to do with hair nets?
That's food safety.
Safety for them. I eat my own hair all the time. No, I'm kidding.
The point is, it was a joke, first of all. But
I tried I found out the Barks root beer does have caffeine, which is cool. Oh, look, it's already ejecting juice, this shit. And these little cans make perfect drink. And then I'm going to crack a beer and relax. We might go live after this, but I have to sit down, you guys. It'll be over there. It'll be over there on the other camera. This is probably a good time to thank everyone. not only for stopping in, but for checking out the video and putting up with us. And
Exactly. This is
what?
well, they have, if you have facial hair, you have to wear one of, it's like a beard hairnet.
Oh yeah, I
protector.
work at a restaurant. I
So-
understand the whole thing. But so you know, I washed my hands and everything. But I'm with you. Was there any other gigs that I got tonight? It's bad lighting, Frank. All right. Bad lighting.
Well,
You had to do it in 2 batches. That wasn't cool. Now it's cool. At least you get to see 2 batches. Now this oil, usually Trixie takes care of the oil for me. That'll have to cool, and then I have a jar somewhere that will jar that up, and it'll be out. There won't be any reusing of this oil. This is actually a lot. Normally I use minimal stuff. I would use 1 egg, the whole thing. But for the purpose of the show, I don't want to fall short. I can tell you right now, this looks absolutely perfect. So let's get Trixie's opinion. I don't have tartar sauce, but I do have cocktail sauce.
no
Okay, so I'm going to give you a premium piece. I think this will do you right. Oh, let me show you what I'm giving them. This is just a little piece. Can I open it for them? So here it is. Oh, wow. It looks beautiful. All right. Next is taste. She allowed me to handle her food. Hey, for the show. Next is taste. Now it's lightly salted. All I did was shake it. Because we can always add more salt. And Owen got a lot of jokes out of that salt. Man. Oh, look, these are puffing now too. So they puff. It might be steam that puffs them. I don't know. But when it pops and that noise changes, these are done. Is it okay?
It's too hot.
I'll just take a bite for me. We just need to review. Okay, I'm starting to hear that pop. Well, I can tell you right now if it's good or not. I just have to take a bite. Oh, you can't taste it when it's that hot, I bet. Mrs. Owen said, what did Mrs. Owen say? So here we took it from, well, first we started with the shrimp. Let's go ahead and review what we did. Little debate right out of the gate. We did the shrimp. But if you rewind, I wanted you to see the shrimp. You like it?
Good. Really good.
Okay, so I'm starting to hear, I think this is done. I don't want to overdo these. Okay, these are puffy, so let's get them out of there.
Oh,
And now I'm pretty much done with this. Owen's probably very impressed. I'm going to turn this heat off. Here's the final product, everybody. From scale to from scale to that's how we do it. Normally I'd have some lemon. Here, let me have a piece of this.
it's delicious.
Okay. You know what? Really good. Maybe a little overdone, but this is a very small piece. Again, you have to have consistent sizes, or some will be done more than others. But either way, this is really good.
This wasn't overdone.
No, I gave you a perfect piece. Look how thin mine is. I ate the one I want now. So the fish worked out really well. Better than I thought it would, for sure. I hope it made a fun video, because we had fun making the video. And go ahead, Surf Dog. You clean up some fish and fry it up. Show us what you got. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out. We're going to be live in just a little bit, I hope.